multiple small meals per day is ideal if you want to get more calories into someone. And if you, it's true, like, little old ladies in the hospital, I've done my share of white coated work, and they'd be like, yeah, Mrs. Jones is only 95 pounds. We got to beef her up. So we're giving her, 6 small meals. And I'd be like, wait a second. Why do we do that for people that want to lose weight? And people would say, I don't know, because that's how we get more calories into people.
Yeah.
And it's true. If you look at, research on appetite regulation and satiety, if you give someone lots of small feedings, you can get more calories in. Ask anybody that's snacked all day without eating a real meal. You can turn around and be like, wow, I actually ate 3,000 calories worth of pretzels and peanuts and never picked up a fork. It's it's easy to do. So there's been studies that studied anywhere from like 2 to 16 feedings a day to look at, how do people feel in terms of hunger and satiety. And so people that eat lots of small meals, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 small meals a day, they report not feeling strong hunger signals, but also not feeling satisfied. And I call that hunger purgatory. You're kind of like never really hungry, never really satisfied. You don't have a whole lot of grip on either of those feelings. You just kind of keep putting food in your mouth when the watch goes off.
Right.
And while that's not the worst thing in the world, it's not starvation, it's also kind of depriving you of a genuine satisfied feeling. And there's something nice about being able to order an entree at a restaurant as opposed to like a kid's meal or an appetizer. If somebody goes to 2 meals, they tend to experience more hunger, as would be expected, because they, at some point you have to have at least 12 hours between meals. Most people don't space them out exactly 12. Most people, if they're going to do 2 meals, they have one stretch that's longer than 12 hours and one interval that's shorter.
Mm-hmm.
So I have seen it work in practice for people to eat 2 meals. The one caveat that I usually give people that want to try this is it often works for 2 weeks and stops working, because what happens is your body adjusts to delaying the feelings of satiety until you've taken in enough calories. So your first day, you might eat 2 700-calorie meals, and you're like, whew, feeling so good. I know I only had 1,400 calories. That's totally a weight loss day, but I'm feeling good. But then after a couple of weeks, you might eat those same 700-calorie meals, and you're like, not satisfied, because the body's picked up on what you're doing, and it's recognizing that it doesn't want you to waste away. And so it kind of amps up the drive for more calories. The other challenging thing is if you try and get all of your calories into 2 meals, it tends to become a game of calorie density. And what I mean by that is you can't really get those 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables in unless you're going to like bust a gut from the volume. Like your stomach is only made to tolerate a certain volume of food. So people tend to start shortchanging themselves on some of the fruits and vegetables and fiber if they go to 2 meals a day. So it can work. I just find 3 or 4 tends to capitalize better on the natural rhythm of get hungry, eat whole foods until satisfied, wait until you're hungry again. Like if we don't mess with that usually puts people at 3 or 4. And it tends to involve some willpower and some restraint to get down to 2.